Hey, how are you guys doing? Today I wanted to create this video kind of guiding everybody on how to download a lot of the diagnostic and programming software for BMW. Um, this guide will definitely help a lot of the newer BMW enthusiasts and probably the people that are not too familiar with software. You can just follow this guide. It will set up almost every diagnostic and programming thing you need to set up. Anyways, this is my website, VRRTuning.com. This pack will be on there. I'll leave the link to the website in the description. Just press on it. Um, it will take you to the website. Just press on free downloads, and you're gonna come to the complete BMW tool pack. No other software yet. I will probably add some if something does come up, but just press on download and press on download again, and it's gonna be a 207 megabyte file. Just download it. I already did download it. I have it in my downloads folder. So right here, as you can see, BMW tool pack, whatever, 207 megabyte, as you can see. Anyways, come down here. You can double click on it or just extract it if you know another method. Just drag the folder out and just wait for it to extract. Here you go. Once you've extracted it, just press on the folder. You're going to be greeted with 7 different folders. So this is going to include pretty much everything you need to get you up and running and get every BMW software you really need. So first you have, just press on Mike's Easy BMW Tools installer. This is just an installer that's going to install like majority of the software you need, like INPA, like WinKFP. Let me show you. So you get INPA with it, 5.0.6. Get Ediabas, which allows all the programs to kind of run. NCS Expert is for coding. NCS Dummy is just makes coding with NCS Expert a lot easier. Tool 32, I don't think I've ever used that. WinKFP is used to update software on your BMW modules such as the DME, transmission, junction box, whatever. I can give you a guide for this. You can do like a transmission flash on 335s, 135s, whatever. I can help you out with that one as well. BMW coding tools, it's an alternative to NCS Dummy, but I do, as it says here, I do use it to update the Daten files, which are kind of the pack of software that is kind of coherent to the actual modules on BMW, if that makes sense. It does come with some SP-Datens version 53.3. Those are pretty old. I have right here. You go onto the 5th folder. It's download for SP-Daten version 68, which are the ones for 2021. They may release some new ones. I'll try to keep up to date if they do. Anyways, just press on next and just install. If it asks you for admin permission, just say yes. And it's gonna take a little bit. I'm just gonna let it run. So once it reaches the end, it's probably just gonna ask you for once more for admin rights to install the cable drivers, and I'll show you that in a second. All right, so my install just finished. I pressed yes on the admin request, and you're here to the device driver. What's interesting is it doesn't really install the drivers, it fails. See, as you can see, install failed, whatever. I took care of that. The drivers are right here. May or may not need them. It just kind of depends on your PC. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You can do the read file if you want. I'm just gonna open it, but I'm gonna go through the stuff anyways. I don't think you really need it. I'm just gonna close out of this. Okay, so once you have this, you want to get yourself your cable and plug it into your laptop, just like I have. Go into Device Manager. You can do that by pressing the Windows button, typing in Device Manager. And just pressing on it. There we go. Right here, you have Device Manager, and what you're gonna find is a ports like a ports folder or drop down, and you're gonna find the USB serial port. This is your cable. Have to go into right click it, press on properties, press on port settings, and press on advanced. Now it's probably gonna be on like COM3 for you or COM something else. It may be on COM1. If it's not, go in, press COM1. It needs to be on COM1, otherwise the software will not be able to recognize the cable, and if the software doesn't recognize your cable, kind of ruins the point. Next, what you want to go is go into BM options right here. You see latency timer. It's probably yours is probably going to be on 16. I believe that's the default. Go press on the number or the drop down, and just press on 1. So all you need to really change here is latency timer on 1, COM port on 1. Press OK and press OK. If you don't see the ports right here, you're probably going to see the cable under other devices, I believe. Just you can go ahead and right click, press on update driver, browse my computer for drivers, go on here, and let's see, mine is on downloads. So press on downloads, VRRTuning, press on folder 4 is the drivers, press on the drivers folder RS232. That's all you need. Press OK, press next. That will get your cable running. The ports drop down is going to pop up, and you're going to be set. Some computers do it automatically, some can't find the drivers for some reason, but in case you do need it, I do have the drivers. Okay, so that just gets the cable running. You can test it by going into INPA at the moment. So type in INPA in Windows, press, and here you go, here you are. So have INPA right here. This is the input that is the default input. It's in German. A lot of the once you get into the menus, you're gonna find a lot of it is in German. So for example, let's go to E90 engine. Let's say MSD 80 because I have an N54. And right here, you see a lot of the menus are in German, and they're kind of hard to use. On this version, also, not many people find this, but there's some options missing. Like for example, here you're gonna find later that like the injector programming is missing, and a lot of options are just missing. I'm gonna show you how to fix that in just a little bit. So let's continue. This just shows you that you got everything well set up. And let me just go back into INPA. If it says battery on, it just means your cable's connected. It recognizes the cable. Once you connect to the car and ignition is on, this will like turn blue, and that's really it. You just go in. You can diagnose the car. If you need an INPA guide, I can make that. Just drop it in the comments. I'm not sure if you guys need it or not, but that's it for now. So, next up, what you want to do is you want to go on to the NCS expert profiles, which is folder 2, and highlight these 5 folders right here. Press on copy. And I do have a read file, kind of in case somebody hasn't watched the video, it just tells them where to copy the files to. Once you've copied the files, go onto the C drive, go into NCS expert, PFL, and that's all you're gonna have. So what you want to do is right click, press paste, and if it asks, if it says 2 files with the same names, just press replace. And now you have all the profiles for NCS expert. So if you go into NCS expert, profiles are very important. You have the expert man, refter, all that stuff. This is very useful. And not every pack provides this. Like, that's why I created this, to be honest. A lot of the software was missing. Little things like the OCX files that I'm going to show you. If you don't have OCX files set up, you're going to get a lot of errors. which I encountered when I was starting all this stuff, but I did provide them for you guys. So if you do have a 64-bit system, you're gonna copy this to sys wow 64 in your C drive. It's just some files, so I'm gonna copy them. I do already have this one set up, which is the only one I was having issues with. But anyways, just go on to here, go to Windows. So this is your C drive, Windows folder, and find a sys wow 64. Most computers nowadays are 64-bit. Back a second. Okay, so syswow, anyways. So go here, paste your files. You're gonna see you have two files with the same names. You're probably not gonna have any of these files, so it's no problem. Just press on replace, do for all items, and press continue. Okay, so next up, you need to actually register the files. So go on to, press the Windows button right here, and look up command prompt. What you want to do is right click on. It may or may not work. But you don't even have to right click right here. Just press on run as administrator just in case. May or may not need it. So go back to your folder, downloads, whatever. Right here, OCX repair files. Just press to read this. Okay, so right here, you're gonna see this. Basically, this is the commands you need to type into command prompt to get you running. So okay, so command prompt right here. I was having some issues getting it popped up, but I did figure it out now. Okay, so you're gonna get the command prompt. What you want to do is just type in reg as VRRTuning, 32 my bad, ms.com ctl.ocx, and it's gonna say whatever succeeded. Do the same thing. Type in reg as VRRTuning msflx grd.ocx, and it's gonna say not compatible. It just depends if you have 64-bit or 32-bit. It does not matter. No worries. Just continue with the last one. Reg svr32 com dlg32.ocx. Bam. Succeeded. That's all the files you need to get running. Kind of eliminate a lot of the issues. Just go along, do that. It's gonna eliminate a lot of your problems. Next up, K-DCAN drivers. As I said, when we were setting up the cables, may or may not need it. That's what I call it, may not need. It depends on your computer automatically detects the cable or not. Some computers have, my newest laptop didn't. That's why I just included this just in case. Next up, 5, you have the latest SP-Datens. It's a torrent file, so you're probably going to need torrent or something. It's just the most efficient way to download it. It's a 15 gigabyte download. It includes all E cards that you're really gonna need, maybe some more than that. There's some F cards as well. But yeah, just download this. You can download it anywhere. I already have it set up. I'll show you how to install it. But the download does take a little bit. So to update the Daten files, you just go into, just look up coding tool in your Windows, and this is what you're gonna get. If you did set up the OCX files correctly from previous, you should have no errors. If you didn't, then an error may or may not. So yeah, what you want to go do is go into the default folder settings on the bottom, press on OCX Expert. This just kind of points to where the folders are in your system. Press on C drive, drop it down, and CS Expert. If you do select the wrong folder, just in case, basically, it's just gonna be like wrong folder, and just go and just choose the correct one. It does detect it. so you don't have to worry if you mess up or not. For IDIABOS, same thing. Find the IDIABOS folder right here. WinKFP. This one is a little different. Just press on EC Apps, NFS. Okay. Now you just have all the default folders set up. You want to press on Select SP Source. Once you've downloaded your Datens, you should be set. Just go to the folder wherever you saved it. What I'm going to do is just press on Base. This should get some base files into the system. Press on Update SP-Daten. Press on No. And it's going to say it doesn't contain a folder. Just press on Yeah. No problem. As you can see, it's going to update some files. Do the same thing. Update KFP. Press on No. And this is just going to get basically the base files into the program. Okay, so next up, want to go back into your Datens. And this kind of varies from car to car, depends on what car you're trying to get this for. Like if you have an E36, like an M3 or like 328 or whatever you have, like if it's an E36 body, choose the E36 folder. Currently, I have an E92. As you can see, there's no E92 folder. E89 is what you're going to choose. This is for all the E90 cars. Even 1 Series like E82, the 1 Series Coupe, E92, E90, E93, E91. All of them use this folder. This is what I have. I have a E92 335i. This is what I'm going to choose. So I press OK, and I press on Update SP-Daten. Press on No. And it's going to take a little bit longer. As you can see, it's updating it's updating a bunch of files from into your IDIABOS, into your NCS Expert, which is the coding. That way you get complete selection of options, or the newest options, that is, when you're coding. So I'm going to be back once this finishes. Alright, so as you can see, it's done. 1,635 files updated. It's done. Just do the same thing for WinKFP. It's probably going to take a bit longer as well. And I'll be back once this one is done as well. Alright, so my update just finished. You're going to see update WinKFP ready. 183 folders updated. Update ready. That's all you have to do here. You can close out. Your SP-Datens have been updated. You're on the latest software files pretty much. Next up, you have ISTA, which is a software that dealerships actually use. And it's a pretty large file, to be honest. So what you're gonna do, I don't have a torrent, like it's just a link, it's not an actual torrent file. Go into here, press on update, press on add torrent from URL, and just paste the link you're gonna find in ISTA magnet link.txt. Press on OK. You're gonna see right here 2021 ISTA 4.2 8.12. It's gonna come with BLP SDP, which is kind of used for coding, but as you can see, it's 91 bytes. And once you install it, it grows to like 200 and what, 250 or 60 gigabytes. So it's freaking huge. Probably gonna need like a 1 terabyte hard drive or a 500 gig. But if you do have the space to store it, download it. I already do have that. Basically, once you download it, you're gonna get this. It's the standalone. Mine is a different version. I couldn't find the link for this one again, so I just ended up adding a little bit older one, and I'm sure it's like almost no difference. But you just go into ISTA standalone installer. It's gonna walk you through it, and that's basically the way to install ISTA. So go back to your VRRTuning tool pack, and this is this is kind of optional. It depends if you feel comfortable with the ISTA, which is kind of in German. you don't have to do this. I like to use the BimmerGeeks translated INPA. It's just a lot easier to use. It's in English, not everything, but majority of it, and it's just a lot easier to use and a lot better overall in my opinion. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna head over to your C drive once again, EC apps, and as you can see I copied the input folder from folder 7 earlier, and you're just gonna paste it here, and basically it's gonna start transferring files. I believe you're gonna have to like replace 998 files or something like that. There's gonna be a little pop-up and you can just say yes. So I'll be back once that uploads. Alright, here we are. So 998 files with the same names, just press on replace files and it's gonna kind of complete the rest. And that's really it. So just press on your Windows button. You can just type it in Windows. You can go to INPA. And sometimes you're gonna get this. Okay, so once that little Beamer Geeks or the little Mike's BMW Tools or whatever configurator pops up, it's gonna load, and here's the new version of INPA. So this is a Beamer Geeks INPA. Obviously, I did not come up with this. I just threw it in to the pack just so it's gonna help a lot of you. As you can see, the menus are a bit rearranged. E90 was up here earlier. Now you can see E90, E91, E92, E33 series is here. 1 series is here. 5, 6. Kind of the more relevant, I guess, cars are on this side. Then here's the newer ones, which is a lot better to use ISTA for. But input works great on E90 and E-series cars in general. So let's test it out. So I'm going to go to F3 since I have an E92, and I'm going to press on, let's say, engine 54 MSD80. There we go. So you can press on F9, and here it is. So injector rate compensation. You see how all of these options were missing from the initial input? Well, if you use this version, you're gonna have them. They're gonna work. That's why I like the Beamer Geeks version more. The other one is good, but again, it's not translated. Here you have system test, whatever. It's, as I said earlier, it's not completely translated, but it's it's good enough to for you to understand it. So yeah, that's really all gonna need to get everything set up. Like for example, WinKFP, you have this is what you update modules with. Have NCS Expert with your profiles that we installed earlier, and just honestly every software you're really gonna need. I really hope this video helped everybody out. I have paid money for a lot of the software in the past, and I just don't think it's fair that BMW stuff is already super overpriced. So if I create this video and kind of give somebody a little bit of escape from from the wallet breaking and just help some people out, I'm happy. So head over to my website, go to free downloads, and you can get this pack, follow the guide, and you're gonna get everything set up. If you do need some more tutorials, like for example WinKFP on how to update your modules, or NCS Expert for coding, or INPA Diagnostics, whatever, just drop it in the comments. Give me some ideas, and if it's really requested, I will help you guys out. I'm looking to drop some more videos, but that's gonna be it for now. So I really hope I helped you guys out. I hope a lot of you guys are gonna use the software. So that's really gonna be it. Have a good day, guys.